Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Blessings to you. We're talking about harvesting the light within, the phenomena of crop circles. I'm Christy Micheals, and I'm a priestess of Mary Magdalene. And I have been researching the Divine Feminine now for a number of years and leading sacred rituals and sacred ceremonies to help people discover the light within, to help people to stand in their holiness and claim a greater healing that I found that I had for myself when I was able to step into that holy space and allow myself to receive the blessings of love and peace and joy. So I got excited about crop circles because I happened to notice that there was a crop circle that had formed on Magdalene's feast day. And I thought to myself, wow, this is surprising. This is a headdress of Demeter, the grain goddess, that formed on Magdalene's feast day with the swallow birds flying in formation. And I was so taken back by this because it contains so many amazing symbols of the resurrection, of the swallows, which are the birds that never touch ground. They're the ones that the sailors see when they come to shore, so they follow the swallows home. So it had some very strong metaphors to it, and it sparked my interest in discovering, well, what other crop circles are there that have been about the goddess or goddess symbols? And I found this whole world opened up to me. And what happened was, these circles are trying to tell us a story, and when I pulled them together and put them side by side, they did tell a story. And the story is about the peril of our planet and how we're going to awaken and restore harmony, peace, and balance into our lives. It's a story of a benevolent force that's interplaying with us. What's really interesting is that in the fields, there's also research that's being done. A 2-year Rockefeller grant was given to actually go in and scientifically determine if crop circles were indeed man-made or not. And they were able to determine without a substantial, with very, very clear evidence that there are crop circles, that there's no way they could be man-made. And so because of their scientific measuring and evaluation of the soil and what was actually going on, they were actually able to see and to show that there's something happening that's greater than anyone can explain. The good news is that it is good news. The bad news is that nobody seems to be paying attention, or few people seem to be paying attention. Anyway, it got my attention, and I had an opportunity to train and go to workshops with the researcher, and I mentioned to him that some of these crop circles have goddess symbols in them, or actually are about the goddess. And he went, "Oh my God, you're so right." He said, "You need to come up and talk about that to my group." So I did, and then I realized, yes, there was a call for me to actually begin to share about the goddess. It's like the Divine Feminine needs to rise up, and the Divine Feminine needs to speak and to share on what is going on. And I got taken on this fascinating journey that is substantiated by the science and the research, including mathematical problems that were solved in goddess crop circles that have never been solved before. Duplications of the configurations of the mathematical formulas that construct Stonehenge were found in very sophisticated goddess crop circles. Lots of amazing stories were happening, both with the crop circle makers, the ones who were acknowledged, that they were also being interfaced with this mystery. They were not exempt from it, even though they were trying to show that the mystery was not esoteric. They were trying to determine that we can do it. They actually found themselves playing in the mystery themselves. So there's still a lot of questions, but it's unveiling a beautiful story, a positive story, story of hope for humanity. About 8 months before the Fukushima disaster, the nuclear plant problem in Japan, there was several crop circles that identified that there was going to be something happening in Japan. And so it's like there is someone trying to say to us, please pay attention, please wake up, please notice, please move to the center where your heart is and start loving each other. Please begin to release judgments and begin to open your heart and your mind to a greater peace and love. And the crop circles are extraordinary works of art. The very first crop circle of last year, in 2012, started with a divine feminine symbol. It was repeated and stamped all across the earth, and the last one was the womb of the universe, the Vesica Piscis, and it was also an extraordinary crop circle in Australia. So something is happening. Come explore, come join me. I would love to have you as we dive into the mysteries backed by science and research to unveil the truth of where we're going and what it is that we need to do and what we're being asked. Because there is a request being made of us. So come and find out what that request is. Peace and love to you. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you. Blessings. And may you